Well, hello, social media family to Facebook and YouTube. Uh, it's been a while now, but the Love Doctor has been busy. But I just want to tell you that today is a great day. I don't know if you've gone through anything today, but I just want you to know if you have, listen, just take a step back and just sit back and just get your popcorn, get your favorite wine, your favorite beverage, and just sit back and enjoy this broadcast because I have a special guest that is near and dear to my heart, and I wanted to bring him on because today and actually this week is a special week for him. For those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Benita Ledette. I am known as the Love Doctor. Everything I do is surrounded by love. I am a wine distributor. I am a professional Christian life coach. I am a mom, a wife of 23 years. I'm a three-time best-selling author and a host of other things. But the main thing that I want you to know is that I believe in love, and everything I do I always got to put a sprinkle of love in it. So today I have a very special guest that's coming on, and I can't wait to get into. Can't wait to get into this conversation. It's going to be good. So without further ado, Cameron, can you bring Mr. Duval on, please?
What an introduction.
Well, hello, Mr. Duval. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am doing just great, just great. Listen, I'm excited about this. I've been all day. It's like I've been waiting on it and waiting on it. Then all of a sudden, when the clock got here, I'm like, okay, we here,
Now
you
we're
know.
here.
Yeah, we here, yeah. So, I meant to tell the people that I had Barry White, but I mean Duval as my guest. But they get the point. They know what I'm saying.
Right on, right on, right on.
Right on, right on. So can you just please introduce yourself? I always like my celebrity guests to introduce themselves and let the people know what they do. Because I believe you can tell what you do better than anybody. So introduce yourself and then we'll get right into our conversation. Introduce yourself and let the people know who you are and what you
All right. Well, starting from the beginning, and I'm glad you asked. Of course, my name, for some of y'all might already know me, but I'm Duval Mitchell. I'm an entrepreneur, a concert promoter, business consultant, and life changer, all in one. And one of the things I like to do is just like the Love Doctor is to change people's lives for the better. So without any further saying, let's do this.
That's right. That's right. Well, let me just let the people know a little bit about what's going on. I think I have you know what I got? We got one of the young men that we're going to talk about today. He's asking me for this link, so let me send it to him real quick because I think he wants to
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, let me see. So, and then we're gonna get right into this conversation. I be trying to finagle and do two things at one time, but I be trying. Here we go.
Multitasking. That's right.
Multitasking. Here we go. Yeah, let's see. So, okay. There we go. Yes, live. Okay, share. Okay, I copy it to him. Let's see. Here he is. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, so that way he can watch. Okay, sorry about that.
No, no,
Um,
no. Well, I like that. At
yeah,
least I got a gentleman that's interested in what we're talking about.
yes.
I always got to start at least one.
Exactly. Okay, so this week, and I wanted to bring you on this week for a particular reason. And this week, the reason why I wanted to bring you on because you have about three things going on that's special and that's all in one. So the very first thing that is like just special to you is that you are a father. And I want you to elaborate a little bit about your thoughts on a father and what Father Day means to you, What's your definition of a father and all of those things. And then you got a birthday coming up on a special day, which is Juneteenth. I mean, you got a birthday on a holiday. How fabulous is that?
Hey, he don't make mistakes, do he?
You don't make mistakes.
He's
No,
full of
he don't.
surprises.
Exactly, exactly. So let's just get right into it and let's just start a little bit about fatherhood. Define what fatherhood means to you.
I'm glad you asked. Uh, and a lot of folks look at fathers as gentlemen that I guess produce the child. However, a man can produce a child, but it takes a father to raise a child. And I became a father actually at the age of 15, and it wasn't by purpose, of course. However, it wasn't an accident or mistake because we know he don't make mistakes. And even at that age, I was living in the projects, and I learned fatherhood on my own in a sense because I didn't have my father in my life all the time, and my stepfathers was definitely not a good example of fatherhood. And I would even sometimes catch the bus, go across town, taking diapers and Similac. Here I am, 16, riding the bus over to make sure. And then on the weekends, I can keep my son. I would ride the bus back home and bring him back home. And it taught me, even at an early age, what it is to be a father, which is to, should I say, take care of the child, not just father the child, but take care of the child. And a lot of fathers today don't know the meaning of fatherhood because some of their fathers weren't good role models, and then the fathers before them weren't necessarily good role models. But when you think back, a lot of us back in those days didn't have any guidance. So I'm now trying to be an example to some of the younger guys that are fathers or young fathers, and let them know that it takes a real man to be a father, and it's in all of us. We just have to bring it out.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. So
And
as far, go ahead.
no. And I was just thinking, even I fathered and raised a lot of children. Saying a lot, but my wife's children, when I married them, those children didn't become stepchild. They became my child. And I
That's right.
treated them the same way I did my biological kids. And I look back on it and think I did pretty good considering I didn't have should I say, an outline or a guidebook on how to father in. But when you do it from your heart and do the right thing, it's like integrity. You just do what you're supposed to do, even when you don't know what to do. Just do the right thing.
Exactly. Exactly. That's right. So for Father's Day, do you have anything planned special, anything going on for Father's Day?
Actually, not planned, but my wife and our daughter is looking at asked me just the other day, what do you want for, what's your favorite thing for Father's Day? What do you want for Father's Day? And it dawned on me, I just want to be around my family and know that they love me. And even if they gave me a whisper, see, I don't expect gifts. I never have. I look at them as being my gifts. So long as they're happy and pleased with where I'm doing things and fathering her, I mean, it's priceless. Matter of fact, uh, I even shared with my wife today that our daughter asked me what I want for Father's Day. And it
Mhm.
melts my heart to know that she even looked at me as if I was her biological father.
Right. And then the thought of asking.
Yes. And it just blew me away. I didn't even know what to say other than, baby, whatever you want to give me. She said, well, I just don't like getting people what they like and what they really want. I wanted to say, well, you already gave me a gift. Just melted
Yeah.
my heart.
Yes, yes, yes. I get it. But you're on the line with the love doctor, though, right?
Already. I know.
So when the love doctor asks you what your favorite things are, we got to come up with some answers now. We got to come up with some answers because otherwise, how's the love doctor gonna love her if you don't know what to do?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that is awesome. But to have Father's Day and Juneteenth and your birthday all
All in one day.
in one day, That is just like unbelievably awesome. That is
That's
just
unique. I think
that
the
is
last time this happened was years and years and years ago. And I used to
yeah.
think, I'm thinking, well, a lot of times I wouldn't celebrate my birthday on the fact that it was also Juneteenth. And I look at
Right,
it as everybody is focusing on the occasion, that occasion. And
right.
then when Father's Day fall on the same day, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
y'all can give me one thanks and it covers three.
Well, we got to talk about that a little bit.
I love it. Love it.
Well, let's just let's just move forward a little bit and switch gears from Father's Day into and your birthday into love. We can't get on this line without talking about love a little bit. Every
Mhm.
time my guests come on, I always ask them, define love. How do you define love? What
Uh,
does define love for you? I always like to hear people's different perspective and opinions on love.
I think love is I've never been asked that question, but I think love is definitely from the heart,
Yeah.
and is caring and sharing and honoring a person. And love is something that we all have within us. We just have to touch on it every now and then. I even shared with you earlier. I like it, it takes more muscles to frown than it do to smile. And as you
Yes.
probably notice, I smile a lot because a lot of times I say, well, if I see a person not smiling, I share mine with them. But
Exactly.
love is making people feel good also about themselves and always uplifting them and even learning to love yourself. Because see, a lot
Yes.
of us can't love because we don't even love ourselves.
That's
So
absolutely
just I look at love as such a universal word that it can have different definitions, but when it comes from the heart and you feel good and you make another person feel good, that's sharing love in its own.
yes.
And you are so unique in what you're doing, I think, and that's one of the reasons we came real close with each other, all of us, the whole family of us, because what you're doing is needed everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody needs love.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Everybody,
Especially with these trying times that we're in. And
everybody.
that's every chance I get, I try to share it. I try to do it because we need something to uplift us, to keep us going. Because every time we look up, it's something traumatic or something going on in the news. So
Mhm.
I try to be my best to bring the light and love to everything that I do.
I mean, it's priceless. What you're doing, you can do worldwide, nationwide, because it's never no bad time to share love. And
Yeah.
what you're doing is reminding people that love is the way. I mean, even when you think about love, you even say the word love. You nearly have
Yes.
to smile when you say love.
Yes. 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 That's absolutely correct. Well, you have a special significant other that, she's a beautiful young lady, and I'm glad I had the pleasure of meeting her. And I just want to say that I love the way you guys love on each other. I love Shelly. She is just the real deal. What you see is what you get. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you guys
She's
compliment each
priceless.
other. Oh, she's priceless. Y'all compliment each other, and I'm glad to see how you guys express love with each other. Like that just warms my heart. I just love it. I knew when we sat down and broke bread for the first time that we was just all connected and just all had just a heart to just enjoy each other and love one another and just live.
Oh yeah.
Basically just be in the present moment and enjoy one another. So
Matter of
I
fact, I remember that first bread breaking moment because it was you surprised us with a lot of gifts for her birthday, and we
yes,
didn't even realize. As a matter of fact, it was the most unique birthday that she's ever had. She's remembering
wow,
that just like it was yesterday. And then I
yeah,
accidentally told you my birthday, and you said, "Uh oh," and that was what 2 3 months ago, and you reminded me that my
yeah.
birthday was coming up. I said, "Oh, you don't forget anything, do you?"
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I absolutely like to love on people. And speaking of loving on people, I want to let the people know we're going to talk a little bit about what you do and your passion and all of those things. But I want the people to know that there is an event that's coming up on next Saturday, June 25th. And I want the people to know that we have been in touch with Mr. Carter and his daughters, who are the promoters of this event. It is the Summerfest. It is the R&B Summerfest, and it's Eminem presents it. And Cameron has the flyer up right now. And I want people to know that that this young man has really put his heart and soul into it. And I'm glad that you guys connected and that you met him and you took him on as a son of yours, to try to help and guide him through the process. And, for that, he's very, very grateful, And so, after I met him, I was like, okay, yeah, let me see what I can do to help, get your ticket sales up, promote it, and all of these things. But we would just like to share with everybody a little bit about Mr. Carter, a little bit about the R&B Summerfest that's coming up. I want people to know that there are still some VIP seats left, and with the VIP seats, they are it's a table, as a matter of fact, and it's like $800, but it's 10 people. So 10 people would actually split the table, the cost of it, which is like $80 a ticket. You'll have your own waitress. You have the VIP red carpet, which you'll be off to yourself. You have your own private dance floor and your own private waitress to cater to you in your own section. And you get to take a picture with the artist. I think that is awesome and magnificent. So I think that people should bring their girls, bring their guys and whoever, and just come out and make it a special night. And even if you don't want to do the VIP, the general seating is just $40 a piece. Where else can you go for a concert for $40, a night and have a good time with the production that he's putting on? So, Mr. Duval, I just want to commend you for allowing me to be on the side of you to help this young man and promote his event. I just think it's very awesome, and I know that events, this is your thing. This is what you love to do.
It's ironic you brought that up, because guess what? This gentleman is extruding fatherhood also, because that Eminem production, that's his two daughters. He's putting on this concert and doing this production because he want to help his daughters get into this business. This is his first concert, but he's doing it for his daughters. Is that an awesome dad or what?
Is that a father or what? Is that? I mean, that's a unique father. Yeah.
And then for him to adopt me and telling people that I'm his father, and he cares that much about me, and vice versa. And it's like, you know what? This is heaven sent. That's fatherhood there.
Yeah. And then, so what I'm going to do, just to give you guys a little glimpse of how hard Mr. Carter has been working behind the scenes. And I met up with him the other day. We walked the grounds on the Civic Center. I actually prayed with him. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm going to pray. We're going to pray over that space. We're going to ask God to fill them seats and all of that. We prayed together and we walked the venue and all of that. Of course, I'm going to be a vendor there. I'm going to be in the VIP section. So I would love for you guys to come and hang out with us. It's going to be very, very nice. But in addition to that, I have a little clip from Young Jock that I would like to share with you guys, just to show you that we got a personal message from Young Jock for you guys. Cameron, can you show it, please?
Some songs. I you know what? Watch what I do. Pull up on me. Make sure you go. We're gonna have a good time. I promise you. No Casey.
And I know a lot of these folks out here too know Life Jennings, and he's the headliner of the show. And of course, if you didn't see it all on the flyer, they also have 702, Case, and a few other surprise artists that's going to be performing that night. And it'll be a night to remember, that's for sure.
Yes, it's going to be a night to remember. Yes. So speaking of entertainment, and when we get off, you guys, I'm going to post everything that we talked about, and I want you guys to share. Let's show this gentleman love. Let's show Mr. Carter love for putting the love out there for his daughters, because that's what he's trying to do. And that's perfect. Because like Mr. Duval said, this is around Father's Day. And he's doing this. So it's like, it's just lining up just perfect. So we just want to show our support and just show him that what he's doing to exemplify as a father is just awesome. You can't beat that. He's trying to show his daughters at a young age too. And I wish I had that. I wish somebody could have schooled me in my 20s and showed me, but I was busy taking care of my siblings in my 20s, So, I didn't get that opportunity. So that's very awesome. But speaking of entertainment and what you do, Mr. Duval, let's get into what you do and tell us if you got anything coming up, or, tell us what you do. So if people want to connect with you on a different level, then they can, they'll have your information.
Okay. Well, once again, I've been in the entertainment business myself. I've been doing concerts since 1981. I've played little of everybody from Luther Vandross, Gladys Knight, Parliament. I do gospel, jazz, blues. I've done all the shows over the days, and it's just in my nature to do. I love entertainment because, see, once again, during that concert, we change people's way of feeling, because during that little time, even if it's a couple of hours, they feel good about themselves. They feel good, and it's how you make people feel. And in entertainment, I've noticed entertainment, every time we do an event, concerts, festivals, or whatever, people come there and enjoy themselves, and that's part of feeling good and love.
Yes.
And another thing, of course, I like educating. So I educate, empower, entertain, and elevate all in one night. So, and I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but back to the entertainment stuff. Yes, I love doing concerts. We also have a show coming up in Allen, Texas with Lizzo, who's a awesome artist right now, July the 21st, up in Allen, Texas. And of course, after that, we got several events we're going to be doing right here in the Houston area over at the Power Center. And I get you that information as we go. And plus, I give everybody my contact information so they can keep up with what we have going on. And of course, you and I are partnered up on doing some major things too. And I feel honored to be your partner.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, because I have an event coming up in September, that where I'm actually going to be like a vendor there, but what our own personal events that you and I have coming up. I can't wait to share all of that information. But definitely, we have some things coming up the pipeline. I'm very excited about it. I just love when God connects people. Because if we told the story about how we connected, y'all wouldn't believe it. It would blow your mind, but we're gonna save that for another time. For another time. But it just knows how relationships build through unusual circumstances and unusual moments, and whoever would have thought, and here's the thing, like, it's like everybody else knew you, but I didn't know you.
As Duval.
Yeah. Everybody knew you. So, it was just a pleasure to when I finally got the opportunity to know you and connect with you, So, moving a little fast forward, like to your business, I know that you like to help women. You like to sponsor women and all of these things. You're really passionate about domestic violence and all of that. So, elaborate on us and tell us a little bit about your other business that you do.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Well, once again, my passion for helping women, especially women and youth. Part of the reason is because as a youth, at 8 years old, I watched a man that was actually dating my mother shoot her. And he was trying to kill her, but the gun jammed. It only shot one time. And she left this gentleman and met another gentleman that picked up where he left off. So at the age of 9, I was selling candy after school, and come to find out I was making more money selling candy than my mother was making all day. And I was feeling like I was helping my mother, which I was when I look back on it. So now, even after that, we moved from there, and I lived in several homes as a kid. I went to 5 different elementaries. And there's only 6 grades in elementary. So that lets you know we moved a lot of times. And we finally moved to the projects. Then she left this gentleman that she was with and met another gentleman. And believe it or not, he picked up where the other gentleman left off. So most of my childhood life, if not all of it, I watched my mother get physically abused. So now I've started a company called the National Home-Based Business Association. because I always,
Association.
you know, and now I want to help women and youth and even the gentlemen start side businesses. So, because also, if my mother would have had a side business, she wouldn't have needed some of these men in her life for financial security. And if my other 4 or 5 siblings would have been hustling like I was hustling, or we would have had enough money coming in the house where they would have been together because they wanted to be, not because she felt like they had to be for financial security. So I started a company called the National Home-Based Business Association. And I have a business guide, and I do seminars and conferences, but I have a business guide that I put together, and it's in the form of a seminar in a sense, because not everybody can come to my seminar, but I can come to everybody's house in the form of this business guide. And I would help teach them. See, I've been self-employed myself for 41 years. At the age of 21, I had 5 beauty supply stores. So, and I wasn't, then neither one of my stepfathers teach me how to be an entrepreneur. And my mother couldn't teach me either because she didn't even know how to be one. Plus, she had to share her time and love taking care of her 5, actually 6 children. So now I look back and say, now I can be that mentor to a lot of folks. And I put this guide together. It has over 175 different businesses that you can start from home. Each one of them, you can start with less than $100 while you keep your present job. Actually, you can start it with less than $20 because if you decide to purchase this guide, it not only tell you everything you need to know to start a side business, it also gives you over 175 ideas that you can start. Some of them are even for kids. I mean, so I want to be able to get into and help all of these folks that I can, because I feel like that's my gift and my reason for the season. So yes, I want to, and matter of fact, every time someone purchases one of my business guides, I donate another copy to a single mom. So that $20 not only changed their lives in their house, it also changed another family's life. And if they don't know how to start one, do what? Ask Duval. And I have a membership where I pay for folks to become members of the National Home-Based Business. I make it so affordable, you can't afford not to do it. And the membership is only $1 a day. So, but for those single moms that don't even have that, I sponsor them and pay for their membership for at least 90 days. Because I want them to let me help them help their kids, because the single mom need more help than the average person. See, when a single lady wake up, she only has to feed one mouth. Single guy, one mouth. But when a single mom wake up every day, she got to feed at least 2 mouths. And a lot of them need help. Some of them, and speaking of domestic violence, once again, I don't want women to stay in relationships that's abusive to them just because of financial support. So if I can teach them and their children how to start side businesses, even while they're in school, see, all my little jobs, hustles, shoe shining and all of that, I was still going to school and I was making more money than my mother was. Folks how to do the same thing because it's in them. Everybody have a spiritual gift or some type of talent, but they just need somebody to help them home in on that talent and bring it out and turn it into money.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Yes, it does. Now, I will say this part right here. Now, the place where we met at, we was like in a very, very nice place around beautiful people, which is the extended part of our family that we have together. And, we were all talking and Mr. Duval was on a panel and, when he was sharing his story, it was like, when he shared this story, that's when I resonated. That's when I resonated with him then. That's when we really connected, I think, by the heart, because when he was sharing that story, I could relate to him on how when I was, by me being the oldest sibling and how I had to help take care of my siblings, at a young age. I mean, you're a teenager trying to help take care other kids or whatever, and you're not even grown yet. So I really, really resonated with that story. So what I would like to know now, we cannot, I have to always give a little couple of nuggets to people who are single and who, want to find companion or a true love or whatever
Mhm.
the case is. Can you give us some type of advice for the single person out there, like the single young man or the single woman that's seeking? And there may be even a father out there that's a single father, because a lot of people don't even
Mhm.
like to talk about single fathers all the time. But what advice can you give that individual, whether it's man or woman, and they haven't made their mate, and they feel like they're giving up on love, there's nothing out there for them? What advice can Mr. Duval give them?
I'm glad you asked. First thing, don't seek. See, don't seek
Mhm.
for that person. Just be you. And guess what? They'll come to you. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, some of the folks that might come in your life, and if it don't work out within that first little moment of talking and whatnot,
yeah,
read the signs. You
yes.
read the yellow flags, because everybody that's for you is not necessarily for you. So
Wow.
take your time, and like the love doctor said, love yourself first. Because see, it's not required that you have to have a mate in life in order to be happy.
Correct.
So some folks feel like I got to meet somebody soon because as they say, my clock is running out, or however they call it, some ladies. But you really don't have to look for that person. I was not looking for my wife. She
Right.
was not looking for me.
Yeah.
When we met, matter of fact, when we met, it was a group of ladies in the room at one of my events. I had a little spot where I was doing an event, and one lady, on a scale, I said, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give me? One lady
Yeah.
said 11. I said, well, my girlfriend over there, she gave me a 7. And what was so funny about it, what I loved about that was she wasn't drawn to me for my appearance. She wasn't drawn to me by my what all I had. I was living in this big penthouse and all that. That didn't even phase her. She
Mhm.
saw my heart after we
Yeah.
finally got to knowing each other, because we had only known each other at that time for about a week. And we really wasn't even dating then. At the time, we were just going out on different little occasions, and
Yeah.
uh, and we're still together 12 years later. Because I was looking at it, ladies I had met in the past was drawn to my physical attraction,
Yeah.
whereas I want somebody to love me for my insides also. So
Yes.
I want everybody that's listening to know that even if you're single right now, you're right where you're supposed to be. See, when it's time for it to happen and you're ready to meet that right person, it'll happen. You don't have to look for them. You don't even have to seek them. Just
Yeah.
stay open-minded and know that everybody is not necessarily for you. Just take your time. You still got your whole life ahead of you. You take your time. That person that you're supposed to be with, when they come into your life, you'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll know.
You'll know. Yes, you do. You feel it. You
Hmm.
feel it, like you just instantly connect some
Yeah,
kind of way. Like,
you would know, and it comes when you least expect it. So don't even
yes.
expect it. Just keep being you, keep
Yeah.
loving the life that the Lord keep waking you up with. Because every day He wake you up, you got a whole new opportunity to do whatever you didn't do the day before, and
That's right.
it might be not in your should I say in your time for you to be with somebody. Talked to a young lady earlier, and she was letting me know I'm single right now, Mr. Duval, and I'm glad I am, because my schedule is so hectic. The average man wouldn't be able to put up with me, because
Yeah.
first of all, you got to do you. So you just keep
Yes.
doing you, and eventually somebody will come into your life, or you're gonna go into somebody else's life. But just take your time. Don't rush it. See, Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was Syracuse, but they're both still standing. You know
That's
why? They took their time building
that's
it.
That's right. And their worth of value. They are
Oh
both
yeah.
of value. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so in other words, that mean you have to know your value, and you have to know your worth. And when you know what you are worth, you are willing to wait for what you really want instead of settling.
Right.
To-
Keep your standards high. Don't lower your standards to get to somebody else's level so y'all can be compatible. Make them up their game, because if it ain't for you, move
Yeah,
on. Take your
that's
time.
it.
It's okay. Matter of fact, before I even met my wife, I was not only single for about 5 years, I was, celibate and all of that. And it reminded me and let me know you can live without another person in your life and be happy. And when that person do come about, that's just even better. But once again, you are doing great even by yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I like, like you said, when you were single, I'll never forget, I had a cousin and she had been married for, I want to say like 10, 11 years or something. And it was an abusive relationship. And, and so when she got out of the relationship, she was, oh, Benita, I need to be with somebody. I'm not used to waking up by myself, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, I kept saying, no, you need this time for you. You just got out of something. You need this time for you. Get to know you a little bit better. You got to rediscover who you are at your present moment. You're not that same woman you was 10 years ago when you married. You're not the same woman once you got out of the relationship. You got to go through a process of learning of what you just been through. You gotta conquer that. You gotta heal from that so that you don't go to the next guy comparing him from what you just got out of.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of that, and I begged her and I told her, oh, da, 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 da. 2 months later, she met a guy, they liked each other, blah, blah, blah. They got together, da, da, da. And the rest was history. But later she found out she always come to me to this same day and say, I should have listened to you. You were right. So, for all the women that, you've been through something bad or something, you got to give yourself some time in between those bad relationships. You got to, because if you will find yourself comparing to that other one, and that's not good because you haven't even given the new person a chance to express who they are to you because you're still holding on to what was and all of that because that is still in you. That spirit is still in you. Things that they did to you are triggering you, all of those things. So if you give yourself just a little time to just heal, just know who you are in your present moment, then you'll probably attract something different later. But if you keep going looking for the same thing and attracting the same thing, that's what you're going to get. So it's a lot of red flags out there, and I know it's easier said than done, but that's what I'm here for. If you find yourself in a situation, and I know right now with the summertime going on with the Uvalde thing and the Santa Fe thing, the gun issues, all of that, it's a spirit of heaviness right now.
Oh, yes.
It is a spirit of heaviness because all of that caught all of us off guard. And that was on top of the pandemic, on top of the high gas prices, on top of, everything. So it's a spirit of heaviness out there right now. And a lot of people are that I've talked to a few people and they've told me that a few of their family members, was contemplating suicide and all of this. And I just been on the prayer wall. Like when one of my sisters, we just, we're on the prayer wall and we intercede and pray for people constantly because that spirit of heaviness is no joke. It is no joke. Yeah, it is no joke. So, if there's anyone out there, you think, you need somebody to talk to, some kind of guidance, anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me because this is a heavy, heavy issue that we're dealing with this summer. And so that's one of the reasons why I try to continue to bring love. But on another note, with that being said, I want to make sure if people wanted to reach out to you, is there any last minute comments or remarks that you want to make? Anyway, if somebody wants to reach out to you, how they can find you or anything you want to share with us?
Well, I'm glad you asked. That's another one of my brands. It's called Ask Duval, and that's Duval with one L, Duval.
Yes.
But yes, and you can contact me at askduval.com, or you can even go to www.tnhbba.com. That's the National Home-Based Business Association initials. And you can reach out to me that way, or you can even call me at 214-450-0011, and you can go direct. Matter of fact, my door is open to helping Lottie, Dottie, and everybody.
Okay, well, I don't want to end this note again without, I'm going to do some more posting about the event since it's coming up so fast. So Cameron, if you could show that flyer one more time before we exit the call, show the flyer. Yes. So I'm going to be posting this, you guys, but just know that Mr. Duval and we are behind Mr. Carter promoting this event. We want this to be special because he is doing this for his daughters. M is his daughters. When it shows on there, M presents, those are his daughters. And I mean, just what father that can just do this and put on a show for their daughter to show them what it takes to be an entrepreneur at an early age. I think it's just absolutely amazing. And for things like that, I like to support people doing great things like this and the great vision. So for any other reason, if you don't want to go and you don't have, if you don't, these artists are not, of you, whatever, just feel free to share with somebody else. They may like it, or just come out just to have a good time. I mean, you can barely go into Whataburger or any of these other establishments, fast foods, and get two people without it being over $40. Two meals or three meals without it being over $40. So that's the general admission. But if you want to be with the VIP people and have your own waitress, get a picture with the artist and all of those things, then find you 10 people and y'all split the table and be up front up there with me with the VIP section, and let's have a good time and dance and just have a little love and enjoy ourselves. And if you guys were not on the live before, we're gonna air it again. I want to show you the message from Young Jock. We have a personal message from Young Jock. Cameron, can you play it, please?
Humble, Texas, what up, man? Y'all know where I'm gonna be at, man. June 25th, the Humble Civic Center, man. The super, super, super R&B Summer Fest. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sing some songs. You know what? Watch what I do. Pull up on me. Make sure you go. We're gonna have a good time. I promise you. No candy.
I just love me some Young Jock. It's going down on me in the club. It's going down.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, I have had an amazing time interviewing you and bringing out your gifts and talents to the audience and letting them know and sharing your story with people, letting them know what you do, letting them know about how special this week is for you. Father's Day, birthday, and Juneteenth all wrapped up in one day. I mean, it's just amazing. And so when I realized that, I was like, this is the perfect week to bring you on. Perfect week. Yes.
I love it. And once again, my hat's off to you and what you're doing. And you're not only an awesome lady, you also have an awesome husband that makes you even more whole. And it's very seldom you can get that in life. So you're priceless to me, and I want you to share you with everybody and what you're doing, and I'm gonna do the same for you and with you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We are partners and we're a team, and we're also family and a part of our other extended family that we have.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you don't have anything else that you want to share with the listeners, we're going to go ahead and give them back their time.
Right on.
Any last remarks?
Once again, I'm here for you guys. The Love Doctor's here for you guys, and you can't go wrong when you go right with us. So just have us at your put us on your speed dial, and keep in mind you're not alone. And if you need a little extra reminder of it, ask Duval or ask the Love Doctor. Hey, ask us both.
Yes. And one last thing, like Mr. Duval said, when we get the information, we're going to share it. But he does have Lizzo coming in Allen, Texas in July. Lizzo, and then he has some other entertainment coming up, and we will keep y'all posted. It'll be at the Power Center, and we'll keep you guys posted and keep you on top of it. Let's just keep love and light and gathering together to have a good time. Let's keep that flowing through the end of the year because we need it. We're already mid-year already. The year is just passing by, and so we want the latter part of the year to be just as special as the top half of the year. But Mr. Duval and I are gonna go out with a bang, and we're gonna do everything we can to bring love, happiness, joy, and all these events to you guys, so we can come out and have a good time.
Beautiful.
Yes. All right, well, you guys, we're gonna give you back your time, and we are signing off. See you guys later.
Right on.
Stay there, Mr. Duval. Stay there. Stay